Have you ever heard of the concept we are all one? Well, that's something that I struggled understanding for quite many years. And I really wanted to understand it because deep in my bones, I felt it and I understood it on some levels, but couldn't scientifically, logically understand it, which, our left brain is logic, science, reason, and our right brain is imagination, creativity, and it's not good to be on either spectrum, fully polarized on either. It's important to balance both of those hemispheres. So I really liked to understand the science behind spirituality, because there is, and the law of one really makes a lot of sense of spirituality and breaks it down in some pretty profound scientific explanations. But yeah, I'm gonna give an example of how we are all one. And first I'll explain why I struggled with understanding that for so many years, realizing and acknowledging that we live in a world of duality, hot, cold, black and white, yin and yang, man and woman. And it made so much more sense to me when someone told me that we live in a paradox. Okay, well, no wonder. It is all one. We are all one. Everybody on this planet, we are all a collective consciousness. Which, what does that mean? We are mere reflections of each other, which is a pretty big pill to swallow when you really wrap your mind around what that entails. But imagine you have an ocean of consciousness, perhaps up in the higher realms in higher dimensions, where consciousness is just pure. It is just pure love and just pure conscious energy. And before we descended into this plane, you were scooped out of that ocean of consciousness. So you are just an individual cup of that conscious energy. And then everybody else is experiencing that individuality, but we are not separate. We are perhaps separate in our own vessel. And that's where the paradox come in, because we're still one and the same. Just as I am one with the trees and the wind and the water and the stardust that makes up everything. Everything is one. There is no separation. Separation is an illusion. So it's very liberating and freeing when you come to terms with this, because you realize that there is so much more beyond what the eye can see. Don't let the eye and the ego and the mind fool you and tell you that what you see is all that there is, because there is so much more beyond this physical realm that we can interpret. There is no spoon.